One of the first things people see when they look at you is what you're wearing. Ideally, you can serve as a walking billboard for your brand. Some of you may be thinking, I don't have a business, I'm not trying to sell anything. Does this apply to me? We all have a personal brand, whether you realize it or not. You may be going to interviews or looking for new opportunities. You still have a personal brand to uphold. Aligning your personal style with your brand is important for everyone, but it's especially important for those of you who are trying to build a business or a professional brand. So in today's video, I'll be discussing ways that you can align your personal style with your brand and ways you can be more cohesive and marry both your personal style and brand as one. Hello beautiful boss, I'm Tony, the personal stylist and founder of allthingstony.com, where I help boss women like you to develop your style into something that you feel confident in. When people see you, they will align you with your brand or whatever it is that you're trying to sell. That's why it's so important that your personal style matches your brand. And I'm not just talking about wearing a t-shirt with your brand's logo on it, but actually reflecting what it is that your brand stands for through the clothing that you wear. Ideally, your brand should be a representation of you and what it is that you stand for, your morals and values, especially if your brand is much smaller and not even in size, but as far as the intimacy. How close you are in connection with your clients or customers, or if it's a personal brand, then it's literally a representation of who you are. You may not know this, but clothing is very powerful. The clothing that you wear will speak to people before you can even say a word. This is not always a great thing because as humans, we sometimes like to judge people before we even get to interact, speak with them, and learn who they really are. Although it's not always a positive thing, it goes to show how important it is for your personal style to reflect what it is that you want to represent. So if you're ready to learn some practical ways that you can align your personal style and your brand, keep watching because we're about to dive right in. My first tip to aligning your personal style and your brand is to use color psychology. Color psychology is basically the way that people interpret or feel emotions based off of colors. Every brand that you see uses colors, even if it's simply black and white. The colors for each brand are very strategic. They don't just say, ooh, my favorite color is pink, so my brand's gonna be pink. Each color and even the different shades of a specific color represent different things and reflect different emotions for the person that's viewing it. For example, the color blue represents trustworthiness. So guess what types of brands are gonna wanna use blue to represent them? Banks or financial brands. Bank of America, Visa, Chase, they all use the color blue to represent them because they want people to trust them with their money. So how can you use colors within your style to represent your brand? If you simply Google color psychology and branding, you can find so many articles and links that'll teach you more about the different colors and what they all represent. So if your brand is very big on trust, or you're going to work into an industry where trust is very important, then you might want to incorporate blue into your wardrobe. Let's use my brand for example. The two main colors within my brand are pink and yellow. The color pink represents love, tranquility, and femininity, while yellow represents fresh energy, positivity, and confidence. Not only do these colors represent my brand and who I am as a personal stylist, but they also represent me and who I am as a person. So if you haven't noticed, I wear plenty of pink and yellow. Whenever I wear the color yellow, it catches people's eyes and they feel comfortable complimenting me and even holding a conversation. Yellow always makes me feel confident and it just radiates that positive energy that I like to share with other people. Versus when I wear pink, all the ladies holla. But no, seriously, I get more compliments from women whenever I wear pink. They feel more comfortable speaking with me and they'll even say, oh, I love the pink, even if pink isn't their favorite color. So the colors that you wear really do matter. And if you'd like me to do a full video on color psychology, then just comment down below or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram at allthingstony. The second tip for aligning your personal style with your brand is to use wording. We all have our morals and values and we have words that we can use to describe our brand. So you can take those words, Google or Pinterest search them to learn how to dress that way. For example, if I wanted my brand to reflect that I'm laid back or that I'm really chill, then I could just Google laid back fashion or relaxed fashion. fashion. And from that, I could get examples of ways that I could dress to represent laid back. So if you have multiple words that you use to describe your brand, you could even combine them, maybe even 2 or 3 words, and search that to see how they would combine together as a personal style. You could say relaxed clean fashion or relaxed fun fashion, and you basically get 2 separate search results. So use the wording that you describe your style or your brand with to develop a style that reflects the brand that you want to represent you. The third tip for aligning your personal style with your brand is to be consistent. Once you've set up your brand and what it is that may look like in a personal style, be consistent and use that as a basis for each of your looks. As a personal stylist, I always preach you should love every single thing that you wear. So if you are a full representation of what it is that your brand stands for every time you step out, then people will see you, there'll be no confusion, and they'll know exactly what it is that you represent. I hope you were able to find some helpful tips throughout this video to align your personal style with your brand. If you'd like more help on developing your personal style and aligning it with your brand, then just click the link below and set up a free call with me, and we can chat more about how I can help you through that process. Also, be sure to catch the next video because I'll be sharing with you how you can plan out a week's worth of outfits so you can save time getting dressed. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.